Hi, hi, Chris from Divine Key, here for your Workout Wednesday. So I had done this a while back, where I was connecting live on this platform to do some work with your psychic abilities to strengthen that muscle. And I've decided to come back and do it and expand it a little bit, do some variety of things, not just for your psychic abilities, but in spirituality in general. And I had already recorded this once, so this is the second time I'm doing this today. Let's see if everything works. For some reason, I wasn't sure it was working last time, so let's just go ahead and do it, right? Um, Gotta love real live stuff. So, what I want to start with is that before I do any kind of work, every workshop that I do, I like to talk about clearing your space. And it's kind of like wiping down the equipment when you're at an actual gym, right? You're not going to use a piece of equipment after somebody else has used it without wiping it down first. So, yeah, because I go to a lot of gyms, but no, I don't. So this is consider this like an energetic wipe down. And it really takes, it doesn't really take any tools other than your intention of knowing that you're clearing your space and you're setting the intention that clean, pure energy is going to come through for you during the process of why you work this muscle. Um, if you do want tools, or if you want to try different tools, most people know about white sage and smudging, and that's how you clear spaces. I'm a Reiki master, so I use Reiki as well. But I have these mini clearing kits available in my shop. Check Google because Facebook doesn't like the things I sell. So go to Google and check it there. And this little mini kit contains a variety of samples of all the different things that I use when I clear space. And it's also really nice for travel, like if you're going somewhere to set up a space to work in, regardless of whether it's meditation or pulling cards or any kind of spiritual work. I love to clear the space first. So within this tin, when you open it, you have all these little things that come in it. And then in the back of the lid, I have an actual process on how you go through clearing. And each of these tools in here has been cleared with Reiki and set with intention. So I'll just show you what's in here. So I have, um, first, well, let's start with this one. I have a little matchbook, and that is because this is done with fire, it's the fire element. The four elements are involved in clearing your space. So I included a little matchbook so that you can begin your smudge process. Then I have a little feather that is the air element. So mainly, I'm not sure how well it's going to help waft the smoke, but it really is to symbolize the air element in the process of clearing. And then, and this all comes within this little kit here that I have. So then we also have white sage, which I provide in a leaf form. I don't like it bundled. I find that the bundled ones don't seem to extinguish all the way sometimes, and I'm just uneasy with it. So I prefer to just use a couple leaves, and then I know that once those leaves have been smudged through, they're done with. So a little bit of white sage, that is earth element. I have a little abalone shell, perfect for fitting in the kit. Um, for a couple leaves, this is not for full Palo Santo sticks or anything. This is a mini one for travel, and that is the water element. And then my favorites that I use every day when I come into my space, which is Nag Champa. It's a incense. So just a sample of Nag Champa, and that's an earth element. And then Palo Santo, which is the sacred wood from Peru, which is also the earth element. Now, each of these things that I've shown you up to this point, you light and then you extinguish the flame, and as the smoke travels throughout your space, it will carry a pretty much like a sweeper, like it'll pick up all of the energies and carry them out. So um, that's not for children. This is fire. It is matches. So you want to make sure that you're very careful when you use this, and you want to not let it near anything flammable. And then, in case you're in an area like an office building or something where you can't use smoke or fire or anything like that, I do have these little mini bottles I made up of the smokeless smudge from Urban's Edge, which is a local shop that does essential oil blends. And so if you want to know what that's like, or if you have a little space, so this is a little bottle, you just do a squirt of it, and that is in essence the same thing. You set an intention, and you can go ahead and do the clearing of your space by setting your intention and using these tools. Now, once you clear the space, or in essence, wipe down your equipment, your energetic equipment, right? Then you're ready to go with your actual workout. So these Wednesday workouts this is just an intro for it, so I'm not actually going to do it today, but it will be about 15 minutes because I want to make it doable for people. And if there's any kind of conversation through the chat, I want to make sure that I do that. And mail lady's coming in, so excuse me a minute. Just doing a live video, thanks.
You're welcome.
So when we do these workout Wednesdays, what we're going to do is go through a process pretty similar to a regular workout. We're going to clear the space or cleanse the energetic space. Then we're going to do a warm-up with a grounding meditation. And then we're going to do the exercise that I planned for the week. And I'm planning on doing an exercise that can carry through so that you can have tools that you can do every day until the next time we meet. To constantly, every day, have a little bit of time to strengthen that muscle, that spiritual muscle of yours. Then we're going to do a cool down, which I'm going to include a Reiki boost for everybody who comes to these sessions so that you get a little boost of Reiki energy to help de-stress you and energize you throughout your week, maybe clear some blocks as we work through things. And then I'm going to give thanks and we'll end the session. So that's the way the Wednesdays are going to go. Please join me. It's going to be every Wednesday. I'm going to try to make it at a regular time, but we'll have to see how that works out for people. It might be shifting around to start with. But if you set a notification to know when I do live videos, then you'll know when I pop on to do these Workout Wednesdays. And they'll be 10 to 15 minutes long. So hopefully you can join me, and hopefully everything worked right for this Facebook Live. I do plan on doing it through Facebook for right now. I'm going to look into doing StreamYard and streaming it to multiple platforms, but for right now, I just want to get it going, and I'll worry about the perfection later, right? Progress, not perfection. So once again, Chris from Divine Key, and thank you for joining me. Be well and have a great week. Bye.